Morning, good morning, good morning. Yep. Just waiting for the driver's briefing to start. Crack on with some racing. Hey, John. Thank you, Lounsey. Yvonne. Yep. Okay, we're 12 hours of Donington, and it's far too early in the morning to be away. Looking forward to this all in a minute. How am I feeling, John? I'm feeling tired. I want to go back to bed. I'm not used to being up this early. I'm feeling quietly confident as well. Got decent pace. I've got better wet weather pace than I have dry pace. So guess we'll see what happens. I think Yvonne's a bit nervous because she doesn't feel as she'd like to. Still drinking coffee. How's the video? Is it good? Just running off the same settings as this. Come on, start the briefing already. Not good at this talking for the sake of talking malarkey. What do you think to the livery, John? Breakfast, what did you... Let me guess, sausage and egg? Sandwich? Know you too well. Know you too well, John. I've not had it. It's too early to... Cigarette, that's about... I've done so far this morning. Still sucks that you can't have, like, that's one of the best parts of the sandwich. No, it's not tea, John, it's coffee. I don't drink tea anymore, and it's Yvonne's fault. It is good coffee, Yvonne. Very good coffee. Not gonna lie. Also a double, like I put 2 pods in 1 cup. Yeah, I've got my Top Gear stick mug. Yes, Yvonne, it's off. I only used to drink lattes before you came, and now I'm drinking full-on espressos.
Right. Good morning, everyone.
Loud.
We'll just kick this off right now. Welcome again, 12 hours. Long old race, so we'll start with the easy bit. Qualifying. Just a quick reminder that it's a Pro, Silver, and AM. You've got the multi-class qualifying. So first 15 minutes for GT4s. There is then a 1 minute in between for the GT4s to finish their current lap, and then the last 15 minutes for GT3s. So GT3s can queue, but do not leave the pit lane before 15 minutes to go, otherwise you'll be disqualified from qualifying. GT4s do not start a lap after 16 minutes remaining, you'll also be disqualified. Moving on to the race itself, be clean. We handed out an incredible amount of penalties last week for dirty driving. 2 teams got DQ'd from round 1. There is a 15 LP limit for the race itself today and 30 for the champ. There are 2 teams that are getting quite close to that already, which is quite incredible with 3 races still left after today. So just bear that in mind. Obviously, same as last time, all post-race stewarding. Nothing will be done live. That's just DQ from quali, so not from the race itself. You'll still be allowed to race. Yeah, so just it will all be post-race. Be sure to save the replay. I'm pretty sure the default key is M. I'll be saving the replay every hour for the silver split, and we'll upload it tonight for people to use for reports. But yeah, if it's probably best if everyone does it themselves. Same as last time. While on the topic of reports and that, penalties are going to be increased again for incident between GT3s and GT4s. Now that does work both ways. So if you're a GT4 that does something ridiculously unpredictable and then you take out a GT3, then you will also get increased penalty. We did have a couple of incidents last time out where GT4s were erratic. Please stick to your line. With that being said, though, the GT3 lapping was poor, to say the least. And we have noticed through some testing that basically turns 2 and 3 up to the old hairpin is not a great place to be overtaking people. Or sorry, for GT3s to be lapping GT4s. So just if you really desperately want to do it there, do it with extreme caution. But we highly advise against any GT3 lapping GT4s through that section. It's quite difficult here to lap GT4s, so just have patience the whole way around. Everyone will lose a little bit of time, but at the end of the day, we had multiple teams who gained 3 or 4 positions post-race last time out because they got no penalty points, whereas teams got 5 or 6 penalty points and lost 2 or 3 positions because they were impatient with GT4s. So just bear that in mind. Right, when joining the server, they'll go live in just over 10 minutes time. Please, please, please ensure that driver 1 joins first. We seem to have a problem with this every time, and we did with every split last time, but please ensure that driver 1 joins first. Once they have joined, then driver 2, 3, and 4 can join afterwards. But please make sure that driver 1 joins first. If we have a mass desync where there's like 10 plus teams are all desynced, then we will restart the server. But if it's anything less than that, we will not restart. So please keep it in mind and make sure that driver 1 joins the server first. If you do get the desync and you can't join, then it is still best for your driver to remain in the server that can race and to complete as much of the race as possible. And if they can't and get the penalty at the end, it will just be the 130 seconds, which basically means they'll drop to the end of the people who finish on the same lap as them. But yes, as Stewie has just pointed out, if you're unsure on who your driver 1 is, please go to the signups overview page that he's just linked in the EWC chat. If you have the number 1 behind your name, you are driver 1. If it is anything else, do not join the server until driver 1 on your team has already joined. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it from myself. No, one more thing. When GT3s are lapping GT3s and when GT4s are lapping GT4s, it is very clearly written in our rules that the car being lapped should get out of the way when it is safe to do so. This is definitely not immediately, but when it is safe to do so. So when you get to a straight, ease off the throttle, just gently let the car behind go past. We had several incidents again last time out where cars were getting blocked for lap after lap because they were under the impression that the rules for lapping cars of your class were the same for lapping the lower class. But apart from that, I don't think I've got anything else. Does anybody have any questions?
Hi, Baz.
If you do,
Yeah,
post them
thank
in
you.
the
Just
EWC chat.
join whenever you can, racing all day.
Server password will go out.
Yeah, just pop along whenever.
9 o'clock or 8 o'clock UCC when the server goes live. Yeah, the deadline for changing driver order was midnight last night, so that can't be changed anymore. No, as long as driver 1 has joined, press drive and then return to garage, the rest of your team can join in any order. You can join with all of your drivers to start with in practice, just to ensure that all drivers can connect. But once you have done that, please disconnect at least so you're down to 2 drivers. If you have 3 streamers in your team, all can remain connected to stream the race. However, if we do see the servers beginning to struggle, we will kindly ask people to start disconnecting their 3rd streamer so that we just go back to the 2 connections per team. You do not have to move over if you're the same speed, but if it gets close enough where they're right behind you and you are then in effect blocking them, then yes, you do have to move over. It's one of those things you just have to bear in mind. You can only stay with 3 people connected if all 3 are streaming the race. No, so if you are a GT4 being lapped by a GT3, it's the same as last time out. Stick to your line, stick to your pace. The GT3 will lap you cleanly. If you want to very slightly lift to help the GT3 lap you cleanly, then yes, do so. That's your prerogative, but yes, if you're being lapped by somebody of the same class, then you should get out of the way when safe to do so. But do not, as Stu's pointed out, don't lift in the braking zone. Do it coming out of the corner. Well, give it some time. Do it halfway down the straight. Let them pass before you get anywhere near the braking zone, because it can be extremely dangerous and cause even more incidents. Yep, indicators can be used. So indicate the way you are going, not the way you want somebody else to go. Can be helped. If you have been lapped but are quicker than the car in front, who has already lapped you, then you are allowed to unlap yourself, but do it in a way that is clean and does not lose the car in front any time. Pit exit rules. Yes. So basically, for quali, the cars exiting the pit lane must give way to cars on the track. I'm fully aware that the line for turn 1 on a fast lap does include some of the pit exit. So if you're coming out the pits and see people coming down the pit straight, please wait before the white line in the pit lane to allow people to use that bit of track for the line for turn 1. For the race, it is the drivers on the track need to allow space for the cars coming out the pit lane to get onto the track. But yes, basically use your teammates as spotters for coming out the pit lane. And if you're coming down the main straight, just be aware that there will be cars coming out the pits. But yes, any other questions? Surely, of course I do. No, there is no tyre set limit. Not that I think even if we implemented one today, you'd get there because the chance of weather is quite high. Right. If nobody else has got any more questions, then we're good to go. The servers will go live in just under 5 minutes. And yes. Oh, one last thing. Sorry. Custom liveries. We have caught a couple of people in the practice servers using them. If you get caught using a custom livery in the race server, your team will be immediately disqualified from the race and will not be allowed to attend. So please be very careful what livery you join the server with. We will be checking. And I think that's it. So yeah, I haven't got anything else left to say. If anyone else has got any questions, put them in the chat and I'll answer them when I can. Good luck, everyone. Have a great race. Have fun. Keep it clean. And hopefully we don't get the 150 odd penalties we had last time.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Took ages for all my audio stuff to come back.
Mm.
Just stuff. Still need to turn you down. I need another screen now. I can't watch your stream whilst I've got mine and mine going.
Oh. It's saying here we can do it in 7 pit stops.
How many? 7?
7.
11? It should be 11.
Race irritation. So, oh, it says 11.
Yeah. 11 with like a 5 minute, like the 11th one, 5 minutes before the end of the race.
If I share this screen, hopefully it's what it's saying.
Depends on the weather as well.
Yeah, that's the point. It's I really want to have some, not do it all on the fly. Yeah. Can you see it?
It just
No,
it
it's
took me to main it took me to main page, like the page it did show me what you see, and
I shared my screen.
average. Maybe. Yeah, if you look at like the 11 stop, it's really close to time.
It's saying here, pit stop 11 is with 58 minutes left.
Ah, interesting.
That's what I thought also. Because if you count, around 64 minutes distinct.
Yeah.
Let's keep my calculator.
I don't know. Hmm. Go on.
7, 20 minutes.
We'll figure most of it out on the. Look it in Discord, John. Yep. Thank you, John.
Well, I don't want to do anything on the fly. Well, a little bit, but not everything, because otherwise I need to look on my upper screen on the thing. I need to look at the road. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it on the fly at all. So we need to have something ready.
Yeah, I'll do it. Like,
I'm not-
to the person who's driving, not driving. You know, your spotter, it's telling them to like crew chief it.
Yeah, I know, but I need to adjust it on the road, and I cannot watch the
There's
pit for a long time.
there's a straight. You got time.
11:25. Now I lost the count.
Still a practice service. Oh. Yeah, hopefully, John. We'll pop in. Should probably put it in Tyre's Discord as well. Effort. On. The password's still the same for the race server, practice server.
It's what's standing in this code. I will make a strategy ready,
Yeah.
and I will send it to you.
Okay.
So we don't have to adjust everything on the fly. I don't see that working. At least not for me. Especially not at Donington.
Split. Right, we are in. Can join the server now. You wanting some more practice laps?
Oh, you can put.
I'm fine. I'm happy.
I need to make sure that the stress is ready. Putting it in.
I'm
It's more important than
yeah, okay. I'm starting, John.
this one. We put all the fuel in
All the fuel.
and we make a start on the temperatures. Thread 13 till 17 is wet. The others are going to be dry.
Go out and do a bank lap to check my audio levels. Why have I got no pedals? Meh. My pedals are working.
Maybe,
Don't join,
no, I'm not trying.
because I think I've got to. I think I'm gonna have to restart the piece.
No.
Whatever reason, I don't have any pedals. Try restarting the game first. Oh, I'm gonna have. No pedals. What the actual?
I would say reboot your PC.
Gonna have to.
I don't know.
Yep.
Or
Alright, guys, I'll be back in a.